Girls Night In with Sin and Bet, and Vicky, our chat host. I don't know if Vicky is coming tonight or not.
No, she's got the kids. She's working on shipping, and she's got the kids.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So hello, Vicky, if you have a chance to watch this. Tonight's topic is growing up with a bipolar mom, and our guest tonight is Kim Cree, as you might know from seeing her in the jewelry chats. And she grew up with a bipolar mom. Her and I became instant friends, and we have grown really close. My gosh, we can get on the phone and talk for hours and hours. So
hours and hours.
she is a nervous wreck about being here tonight. So I hope that you'll give her your undivided attention and to give her a warm welcome because, like I said, she's a basket of nerves, but she feels that her story is important and she wants to share it with you. So please welcome Miss Kim onto our show. And let me see here. How can I get all of us up here? I want to put Kim, I'm going to make you big, if that's okay. And I'll be right here on the side, honey. There we go. Can we do that? Okay. There is Kim. If anyone that is in the chat can say hi to Kim, that would be great.
Hey guys, I can't see the chat at all, but I'm sure you'll tell me.
Yes, we will tell you what is going on. That's fine. Kim is married. She's a mom of 2 children.
Two boys.
She has 2 boys.
7 and 13.
7 and 13, yes, they are 6 years apart. She homeschools her kids also, and she is a professional dog groomer. And I am going to have Kim back on, if she will come on, to do a live grooming of one of her dogs because her talent speaks for itself. She's amazing, absolutely amazing. So
thank you. You're so sweet. It's my passion, grooming for 31 years, so.
Really, I'm able to turn because I've got a dog that no groomer will touch.
Uh-oh, what is it?
Yeah. She's
what breed is it?
She's snippy. She won't let him groom her.
Oh.
What breed is she?
She's Brussels Griffin.
Oh, you do? Oh my gosh, I love them so much.
See? Anything dog Kim is excited about. So I need to pop real quick here on the screen. Somebody literally just jumped in my lap.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, look at him. This is Mr. Q, right? You, Mr.
Q.
He never gets up in my lap like this, ever. When he heard you
he's starting to want the camera.
The talking.
Yes, and he jumped right up here.
Oh.
Now he's looking
he knows
at Daddy. You're safe.
I'm going to give him a grooming.
Yes, well, he never. I'll call him over and try to pick him up to get him on camera. But literally, he jumped up here.
I love his markings. He's so handsome,
isn't he? Well, that's why the name is for Cutie, isn't it, boy? Yes, and already saw earlier. This one here, as soon as I came to put she's the shy one. I came to turn the computer on. There's Miss Baby Doll.
She needs to be like all diva'd out. She needs more than this that plain collar.
Well, normally she is. This is her downtime. She hasn't got her PJs on yet for bed.
What a princess!
Huh? Yeah, but she's
so
she has to sit right there next to me. Hello, Miss Vicky. Vicky is in the chat.
Hey, Vicky. Hey, everybody.
Hi, Vicky.
Yes, she is there. Well, Kim, we're going to start, if you don't mind.
Okay.
If we can go ahead and get started on talking about your story. You went to public school, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And
public. Huh?
Go ahead. You went to public school?
Yeah. I have 2 brothers, 2 younger brothers. I'm the oldest.
And so you started school, kindergarten age. Was everything normal? Fine? Were your parents married?
With my mom, are you talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, everything was fine. And it started when when my dad left. They went through a nasty divorce. And it just, well, when you're a kid, when you're that young, you don't know your mom's bipolar. You don't know if she's supposed to be on medication or whatever.
Right.
So,
at what age were you whenever your dad left the home?
10. I was 10.
You were 10,
And
so
that's when
Fourth
she
grade?
had a nervous, huh?
4th grade.
Yeah.
Fifth grade.
Yeah.
10 is fifth grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, how when and I know you said that she had a nervous.
Yeah. So she had, it's terrible. It was bad enough going through, our dad leaving, but then she just like completely changed all of a sudden. It was. I don't know if anybody's ever experienced somebody going through a nervous breakdown, but it's terrifying for a kid, especially when you don't know what's going on.
Okay,
She
but
was just
hold on. What happened though? How was it explained to you, or was it explained that your dad was going to be leaving the home?
no. It was just like a big, fight, whatever. They were always arguing, always fighting.
And
But
so
he
he just woke up one day and he was gone.
yeah, pretty much, yeah. He left and that was it. And we'd start seeing him on weekends or whatever, but it didn't last long. But like I said, sorry, this screen is so weird on this thing. It's like opposite.
Everything's on.
Yeah, it's just terrifying that's when I knew, obviously we knew she was bipolar because she was just
Was she
completely
functioning okay? But from the time that your dad left, was she functioning okay? Was she working
yeah.
outside of the home?
No, she was home with the kids with us because like I said, it was me and my brothers, but at the time she didn't have my youngest brother because her and my dad got divorced. She got remarried and had my youngest one. But anyway, yeah, she was home and he left, and it just seemed like within like a week or two, she was just going downhill fast. And it was just like, I don't want to say crazy. I don't want to offend anybody, who has bipolar, but they know,
Well,
when you have a manic episode.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
I said at 10, that's probably what you thought, because you didn't know what that was.
Right. Well, thank God I have aunts that I'm really close with, her sisters, and they took my brother and me, and we stayed with them, and they explained everything to us. But,
Okay, that day that she had, let's go back to you're 10 years old, and mom is having a nervous breakdown.
Yeah.
What exactly happened that day? Because I know, like for me, I heard the medical definition of a nervous breakdown, but I don't know what it's like. So take us back to people that don't know, if you don't mind.
No, yeah, it's fine. It's everybody, I'm sure, is different when they have this, but she was like, she wouldn't sleep. First of all, she was like up and down, and when she'd get up, I'd hear her like lay down, and I'd think, thank God she's sleeping. Then she'd get up and she'd start like praying and stuff, like just doing stuff that, I mean, crazy stuff. Like she thought people were after her, and it was terrifying for kids, and then she went out, she was like running around outside, and we were like, what in the world is going on? And I'm of course calling my aunt, thank God she lived close. Well, she ended up coming over, and she's talking to my mom's, and my uncle ended up taking us to their house. But thank God, like she would not go into the hospital or anything. So my aunt called an ambulance, and they came and got her and forced her in, and she was in the hospital. But she was just doing like crazy stuff, like I said, running around outside. She kept coming in and out. And have you ever experienced somebody having a nervous breakdown like that, a bipolar manic? It's scary.
Cindy?
Yeah.
Cindy's watching that here, and thank you for that. But have you known anyone to actually have a nervous breakdown in your family or anything?
Yes, not. Yes, I have known somebody to do that.
And so, they're just like out of control.
Yes.
They have to be hospitalized, and she was.
Yeah,
and it felt like
there's no calming them, short
oh
of
God, no.
an injection
And they
when they get like that. There's Unless you're super experienced psychologist or something, you're not going to calm them.
Yeah, she needed to be, she was like hospitalized for, I think it felt like 2 months, you know, getting her on medications and stabilized with that, her levels. But
So you guys go to
she,
the house. You don't know, you know, what's happened with mom, and your aunt
Mhm.
says that to you.
yeah, oh yeah, she was explaining. I knew what was going on, and we'd go like for the first like 2 weeks maybe, we weren't allowed to go even see her. But then once they started getting her more stabilized and her levels like even out, she was fine. You know, we were able to go see her, and then it was scary even having her come out at that time, you know, because we were like, it's, you know, you're afraid it's going to happen again. And so
Mhm.
she got
When you
out
went,
and
wait, hold on. But when you went to go see her, when you walked in that
yeah,
room for the first time to
mhm,
see her, did she know
yeah.
who you were? Was she apologetic?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she totally knew. She was completely like, you know, she was kind of like she was back to normal
Mm-hmm.
when we went there. She was completely, you know, calm, and you know, she was back to herself. And so she got, you know, she was in there for like, it felt like 2 months, and we stayed with my aunt. But then when she got out, I
Now,
don't
wait,
remember
I don't
exactly how.
know again here, but hold on, Kim. Were Child
Okay.
Protective Services involved at any point there, or no? Because your aunt was there
No,
with you guys.
no, yeah, there was none of that. But it would have been. I couldn't imagine if we didn't have family, you know, because it's so so she got out and everything was fine. She was completely back to normal. She was on medication, and she met my my stepdad, and it was maybe probably like 2 3 years go by, and then I noticed her. She started drinking, and she was sneaking it, and I would hear her. I'd hear her take like a towel and like crack open a beer, and I'm like, and I'd constantly be like, "Mom, what are you doing?" You know, because we knew that, you know, she cannot drink at all on this medication. So anyway, she'd get so mad because I'd be like all the time, "Mom, you taking your medicine?" And that would just get her so upset all the time.
Now,
I'm taking it, don't worry about it, you know. But
had she
so
just
anyway,
started drinking at that point, though, when you're saying that she was hiding it? I mean, had she always been a drinker, or was the drinking?
no, I don't. Unless if she did it from us. But I have never known her to be a drinker except for during that time. But and of
You know,
course, with her drinking, she had another nervous breakdown because I don't know if she stopped taking her meds or what, but she ended up having it. But this one was not as bad as her like running around in the street, because at this time my stepdad was with us and he got her right in because he can tell. She just starts talking goofy, you know, kind of like talking off the wall, and you could just tell when it's happening. And then they stop sleeping, and it's horrible. It's like it's so horrible. It would kill me to see her go through that. I couldn't even imagine, you know, your mind being that way.
would you know ahead of time when she was like going to be going into these things? Was there like
I couldn't
warning
hear you.
signs?
What
I
was that?
said, would you know ahead of time? Would you know
Oh
ahead
yeah,
of time before going into? But how? How would you know? See, picture
just
the viewer who's out there listening right now who's never heard this before. You know,
yeah.
you can explain like how. Because
They
see, like
have a
for
lot
me
of
too,
like they have a lot of ups and downs. Like you can just see the mood swings happening. It starts subtle like that, you know. Real happy minute, or like going out and shopping and buying all kinds of stuff she would never normally do.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
sure the behavior is different for different people, but there's
right.
probably common triggers and probably
Yeah.
like stress and there's things that they mentally can't handle that trigger it.
Well, she stopped. She was drinking and just stopped taking her medicine.
Yeah, well, that would make it almost, if she's not on the medication, it would make it almost impossible for her to control it, and you'd probably see more frequent episodes. And then add alcohol on top of that.
Exactly. So it was bad.
You know, alcohol changes your personality for a normal person that is not have a mental illness. So you can imagine how alcohol would affect her brain.
Yeah, exactly.
See, but what I have never understood is if there's a medication that you know for a fact is going to help you, why do you quit taking it?
Side effects.
You know,
they feel like they're completely fine and normal, and I don't know why. It blows. I always think the same, but they just feel like they're fine and they don't need the medication.
Right, she's right.
Yeah.
They think they're cured. They think they're fine. They think they don't need it anymore. And then there's also side effects. There's a lot of side effects for those kind of medications. And the biggest one for women is weight gain.
Yes, exactly.
A lot of them explain or will tell you they feel dead. They feel dead inside, even though they're able to control their emotions. They're not feeling anything. They feel like zombified, basically.
Yeah.
But as far as weight gain goes, though, you only gain, like, I know a few people that they're 200 pounds overweight and they say it's because of medication. Medication does not put that much weight on you. 15, 20 pounds, you know, and the rest you're eating cheeseburgers, hamburgers, whatever. But a lot of people do blame, you know, large weight gains on medication, and it's just simply not true. So did your mom have any trouble with weight? Was she conscious of
she did. She wasn't there. She wasn't. I don't think that was her main concern. I think she just genuinely felt they feel great, you know, while they're on the medication, and they just feel like they don't need it anymore. They don't want to be labeled. I think my mom's big thing was she didn't never want to be labeled as crazy or anything. You know, she would wear, you know, somebody would say that, oh, you're on medicine for crazy people. Because back then, people didn't talk about, you know, they were on, I forget the name of the medication she was on, but it was like a pretty hardcore one. And I don't even know if they use that anymore, but.
Did your stepdad know about all of Did your stepfather know about her being bipolar before marrying her?
Oh, yeah. Yes. He absolutely knew. He definitely. And thank God, like I said, if he wasn't there, like when she had that second one, that episode, again, it would have been just us kids alone, and it would have been a mess. He got her in fast right away, you know. And back then, nowadays, you really can't, like, if somebody's going through that, trying to get somebody committed, and they know they're having a breakdown, it's so hard to, because unless that person is, you know, threatening to harm somebody or themselves, they will turn them away. And that's terrifying, you know, to think of all these people out there that genuinely need the help. They will fight you tooth and nail too. When they're having an episode, they do not see anything wrong. We're after them. Everyone's after them. And it's horrible.
After she went through the episode with your stepfather, and then he took care of it right away. Then she comes home, and then how was life after that?
Well, thank God they switched her.
You know,
they put her on a completely different medication, a couple different ones, and thank God from then she was great from then on. Like, she never, I mean, she'd have her ups and downs like normal, regular, you know, bipolar. Anyone with that issue would. Anybody has those ups and downs, but no like manic, you know, breakdowns like that. Thank God.
Once they get on the right medication and they stay on it, because not every medication is the right one for an individual, but once you get them on the right medication and they stay on it, it's like,
and that's the thing with
everybody,
parents. Yeah, anybody with bipolar, it's like, God, it's just so important to just stay on your medication. You have to forever. It's a lifelong. You can never take yourself off. You've got to be. And nowadays, there's so many better medications out there.
Yes.
With less side effects, I think, and
And they use a combination of medications sometimes too, in really, hardcore cases, they often do.
Yeah, they did.
But
My mom, yeah.
when you're saying, Kim, that she just had her normal bipolar ups and downs, what are those?
Yeah.
What is
Well,
that?
like, bouts of depression and
And how would you know when she's depressed?
it was, you could just, I guess it's just like anybody, like you or me, when you're feeling down. Their thing, okay, when they're depressed, some days, everybody gets down for a little bit once in a while, but theirs last longer.
Probably just subtle changes in behavior and socializing and stuff like that. Kind of like, with your own spouse, like you kind of know when they're down.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want to do anything, they just stay inside.
Do you think that you grew up too fast because of that? Because of your mom being bipolar? Like you had.
I probably did. I don't know if it's because of that or that did have a lot to do with it, because I just always had to worry. I was always worrying about her, making sure she's on, taking her medication. And I did, I moved out when I was like 17, so I left the house early. But yeah, I mean, I always had to worry, always worried. And I just lost her this May.
Mm-hmm. Now, how did you go though from moving out of the house? Did you leave on a good note, or was it a packing up and I'm getting the heck out?
Yeah, it was always good, but you always have to feel like you gotta make sure everything's okay with her. Just the main thing is make sure. And she would get so mad at me because I'd always be like, "Did you take your meds? Did you take?" And to them, that's like such an insult. But how else are you gonna make sure they're taking them? But I'm genuinely worried when I'd ask her, like, just to make sure. Cause like I tell my husband every day, did you take your meds? Did you take your meds? And it's just like something you naturally do, just because everybody forgets once in a while. But for her, it's like if she forgot even a day, you didn't want her slipping, back in. And
your husband's taking medication for other reasons, as we discussed. He's not bipolar. So
no, my husband, no, he's got other health issues.
Right. Okay. I just wanted to make that clear, because you're saying, just like with your husband, you're reminding him, but it's
no. He's got Addison's disease, my husband, so he's got to take medication daily to live. If he's without his for even like 2 days, he can spiral downhill real fast. But yeah, no, he doesn't have bipolar. And that's another thing. I know that it can skip generations, and I'm worried now. My youngest brother, I know he's bipolar. He was diagnosed it, but he has been just out of control and self-medicating and not taking any type of medicine for the bipolar.
Is he single?
Again, no, he's married.
Okay.
So,
and what input does his wife have any input into that at all? What he does as far as taking a medication or not?
That's a whole other mess. She knows he should be, but she doesn't. You can't. He is just so stubborn, hard-headed. He doesn't. Again, it's so hard with people with bipolar. They don't. The majority of them don't. They deny it. They don't want to believe that they have it, and so they're gonna fight you tooth and nail with getting.
When you left at 17, was it on good terms with your mom?
Oh yeah, always. Oh, of course. My mom and I have not. I don't think we've ever gone more than like 2 days without talking. Yeah, it was on good terms. It was just something I needed to do. It was stupid. A bunch of friends moving out together, and but
right.
I always worry.
Yeah, I think every teenager thinks that. So, but now take us then to, like, over the years through your 20s and stuff. Your mom was fine, just never any big major episodes where she had to be hospitalized again at all?
No, thank God, no. And honestly, it's the right medication she was on. She's been in and out of the hospital just for other health issues, but no, thank God. Not for that. I think she, after that second time, she realized, okay, I gotta take it, because it
Mhm.
was terrifying for her. Like she said that when she described it when she was going through this episode, like she genuinely thought like demons were after her, and just like scary, scary stuff,
Mhm.
you know, the
But
way she
now,
would describe it.
when your brothers were there with you and seeing this stuff, would they turn to you, and talk to you and lean on you like, "Hey, Kim, what are we gonna do?
Oh yeah.
Why is mom acting like this?"
Oh yeah, definitely. I was definitely the one who, they would run to. Kim, what's going on with her? Get her in, especially after that second time, because we were starting to get worried right away because we noticed the little changes. But thank God,
Now,
again, like I said, my stepdad ended up
did
getting her in
your
right away.
brothers stay kind and understanding, or at some point were they angry at your mom for being bipolar?
I don't. I don't really know. I don't think they. I think they always understood. I was resentful after that second one. I was so mad that when I'd catch her drinking, and because when she had her first breakdown, they had all of us kids in counseling. My other one brother of mine, the other one wasn't born yet for the first one, but they had us in counseling, so they explained everything. That she could never drink, and she's got to be on the medication always. And I was really upset after the second time, and when I'd catch her drinking. But like I said, thank
So
God
you guys
after
went to counseling who? You and your siblings went, or the whole family went to the counseling?
the whole family, yeah. Well, I mean, me and my brothers and I and my stepdad, because they were married at the time
Mm-hmm.
then,
You guys
but
all
not
went,
like parents
minus
or
your mom.
anything like that. Yeah,
So you guys all went to counseling while she was in the facility, or just
yeah.
separate from her?
While she was in there, while she was in the facility, um, I think we went maybe like 4 or 5 times. I can't remember exactly, but it was just mainly explaining what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
She has no control over it, but then I would just get so mad because I'm like, well, why is she drinking? I could never understand that, when
Mm-hmm.
I would never see her drinking before, but then after, I don't know. It's so hard to understand,
Did your
and it's
stepfather drink
terrifying.
at all, or no?
Did what?
Your stepfather, did he drink at all, or no?
Oh yeah, he was a drinker, but yeah, he was a drinker. Now that you say that, I'm actually thinking, I wonder if obviously she was drinking with him, but my dad drank too, and my mom never drank. So unless she did it, like I said, without us never knowing, but I knew every time I would hear that, I'd hear her crack that up, and she'd be like, "Oh my God, how do you hear everything?" She'd get so mad at me, but I'm like, and I'd take it from her and I'd like dump it down the sink, but it
Well,
would just get me so upset because it's like, Mom, look what we went through. It's so scary for us kids. But
mhm.
she would genuinely feel like she was okay and didn't need the medication anymore, and that's what happens to people when they have it. They feel like they don't need the medication anymore.
Mm. Now, did your stepfather stay with her all the way through her
Oh
life?
yeah, yep. No, they divorced 6 years ago, and
Mhm.
6 or 7 years ago. But we always kept him. He's like my dad. He's my kids call him Grandpa. I love him to death because he was always there for us. But and my stepdad and my mom had my youngest brother together. So
Mhm.
yeah, he's very much in our lives.
Well, do you mind if we move to the stage in your life where your mom got sick? And we don't have to go
Sure.
through the details of, what
Yeah, that's
happened. And
okay. Yeah.
uh, uh, Kim's mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I just don't want her
Yeah.
to have to explain the whole story. But it
Yeah.
wasn't on her mammogram, correct?
Right. This was 10 years ago. She went for her regular yearly physical, and the doctor felt a lump. And he sent her, he said right away, you need to go get this, you know, I want a mammogram and a biopsy, whatever. So they did all the tests. They did the mammogram, the ultrasound, and the biopsy. And with the mammogram and ultrasound showed nothing on there. But they knew it was there because they could feel it. And so and also the MRI didn't show anything either, because they did that in both breasts. It didn't show anything. So anyway, when they went in to remove the lump, well, they did the biopsy first and it came back, it was cancer. So then they were going to just remove it. When they went in, they found a lot more in there. And they, you know, sent all that out for the biopsy, and it came back that there was, you know, a lot more cancer in there. And before that, they had started her on chemo right away and radiation. And then it was like, during that time, she never wanted to do chemo. She'd always say, I will never do chemo if I ever get cancer. Well, anyway, we finally convinced her to do it, like begging her, and she did. And then after the results of the, you know, when they removed it all came back, then the surgeon wanted to go in and remove the breast. And she's like, no, I know. At that point, she did all the chemo and radiation. She's like, I'm done. I don't want anything else done. And, you know, at that point, you can't, you know, I mean,
remaining okay mentally through that?
Yes, which was, and that was really shocking. I was so worried about her then mentally, because I was really like, okay, this is like the toughest time in her life. It's so much stress. And she was like a champ. She nothing, never had any episode or anything. And I genuinely believe that first because of that medication she's on, because she had a great doctor and the perfect meds for her, and she got through it all. And she was so strong through it all, never showed any fear or anything. And I'm sure she kept a lot of her sickness from us, because she knew how my brothers were the worst. They were constantly pushing her, you know, on her, Mom, get this done, you know, and anyway, it ended up, she was having issues breathing a few months ago, and we got her to the ER.
Well, wait, hold on, Kim, though. Back up, though, from that. Okay. When the decision was made that she was going to come and live with you, when, you know.
No, it wasn't made until until they found out again that it was all through her lungs. Mm-hmm. She never wanted to. She was like, she never wanted to come. I'd constantly have to fight with her, like, Mom, please, beg her, get down here, just come on, I'll take care of you, whatever. And she never wanted to. At that point, she liked being alone. She just liked living alone. She was used to, she had her way, and you know.
Yeah, that would be hard to give up. I can understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever she did come there, though, to your home and stayed,
yeah,
you know, and you got to see her then in the physical form day to day, then do you ever find yourself like reminiscing back to childhood and, you know, thinking about times, good times, bad times, and all that sometimes, you know, whenever you had a moment to think?
Yeah, of course, all the time.
You know,
well, yeah.
Did you ever have conversations with your mom about it? Like, hey, Mom, you know, do you now realize what I went through as a child? Did you have those conversations or no?
No, not really. No, I guess we kind of just like, no, because I never wanted her to, you know, feel bad for something she couldn't control. I mean, especially with the first one, you know, I never wanted her to feel like guilty. Like she never knew like how terrifying it was for us, you know. She knew it, but I wouldn't like, you know,
not to the extent.
Right. Yeah.
But I just think that says so much about your character, that you're such a loving person, that instead of having resentment towards her, you know, and being angry with her, instead you're just worried that, you know, that you never wanted her to feel bad. You know,
did you ever have anybody sit you down and explain to you what your mother was going through and why her behavior was like it was, or did you just get it?
No, yeah, we did. Like I said, we had the counseling when she was in the hospital. Yeah, they set us down and explained everything. The only time, like I said, I had that resentment, I was angry with her, was when she was drinking again. We caught her drinking.
When
And
when her diagnosis happened, actually, I'll rephrase my question. Like going back when it first started and you first started noticing bipolar behavior, was there resentment then, or did somebody, once she was diagnosed at that point, did somebody explain to you why, you know, her behavior was like it was? Did you know she had mental illness and forgiving because of that? Or did you just try to support her? How did that work?
yeah, well, I mean, after the first one, we had no idea what was happening. But they, like I said, they had counseling for us, my brother and I, and they explained, you know, exactly what was going on, that she couldn't control it, you know, and now she has to be on this medicine.
No, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, no, I never felt any, you know, anger or resentment. I'm just a worrier anyway, so I always grew up, you know, I constantly worried with her, like I said, to make sure she's taking her meds, and she would get mad at me for asking, but like, I don't care. I'm like, too bad, you need to be
so you said
sure you're taking
behavior started around, make sure I understood, right around 10 years old?
right around,
or,
yep, right around 10. When my dad left.
Never saw any of it before then?
No.
And what age was she?
Huh?
What age was your mother when she started?
Oh God, I don't know. She was probably, maybe late 30s.
Okay, so that's kind of common. All right.
Yeah, she was probably in her later, mid 30s, late 30s.
See, if it was me, I probably would have some anger about something along the way. And I mean, I know, like, I hold anger against my dad, or did. I don't anymore. When somebody dies, I don't know, all the bad, like, it dissolves.
It does. It really does.
But
it really does.
My mother had mental illness too, but she was never really diagnosed, but we knew. And, you know, at the time going through it, growing up, I didn't really know her until my father died, and then I had to go live with her. And that's when we kind of discovered just how bad it was. But at the time, it was really hard. But later, after getting out of the situation and realizing that was what was going on, my resentment really went away, because I knew it was something that she really couldn't control. You know, she really didn't want to be that way. I mean, who does? But you just can't control it when it's you.
So your mom never like snapped, like had an actual breakdown?
She did a couple of times, but you know, like physically would get a little violent, but she would stop herself. You know, it wasn't like, there was one time when we really wanted to call and have someone pick her up, and she got a little crazy, but she kind of would calm herself down eventually. You'd just got to leave her alone and stay away from her, kind of thing. But I don't think she was really to the extent your mother was, where she just lost it. But there was definitely some, and she refused to see anybody, because, you know, like a lot of people with mental illness, they think there's something wrong with everybody else. They think they're perfectly fine. And that was the case with her. She thought it was everybody else. But, you know, now, and I just lost my mother recently, but, you know, I didn't hold it against her. A couple of my sisters really had a tough time dealing with it. You know, they never really forgave her, but I had to.
They don't want to be that way. They don't want to be that way.
You can't hold on to it. You've got to let it go.
Cindy,
Absolutely.
You think when she took you and your sisters from Indiana and drove all the way to California with you, do you think that she was having some type of mental episode at that time?
I think it did trigger, like when she was when we were on the road, because she did, her and my other sister did end up actually getting into it on the road, but like physically getting into it. But I think that was more because my dad always won custody. The few times she tried to fight for custody for us, my dad always won. And I think more her taking us was a way to show the rest of the family, hey, I finally won. I finally got at least 2 of those girls.
Also you. Well,
yeah.
And your brothers, though, each one of them.
My brother was not, we didn't have the same father. My brother was from my mother and my stepfather. So they grew up with her. They lived their whole lives with her.
Mhm.
My brother and I have a brother and a sister that are half, that have a different father than I do. And I was raised by my father until my father passed.
Now,
Oh,
Kim, and for you, both of your brothers, though, all the way through teen years and everything, like you guys were fine, having friends over and stuff. Like you never once worried that, hey, what if mom flips out here?
yeah, no, not really. I mean, because when we would see it coming like for probably a couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks. You'd see it coming, so we'd know if she was gonna start, you know, losing it. It was like subtle things, and I picked up on them all the time. I
Okay.
was always right. I remember saying, like, I could just hear like the tone of her voice would start changing, or
Yeah, my mother would just be
just
mean, like a
yeah,
pit bull, like.
yeah. It was you could just tell. I now I'm like sitting here thinking like what other signs, but just little things like that. And I would always know, and I'd tell my stepdad all the time, you watch her, make sure she's taking that medicine. Like you
My
count
mother was always
or something. Because
even
something's
as
going
a
on.
child, and it kind of ran her
And
father's
she
side of the family.
and then she'd have times like Cindy's mom.
Excuse me? Oops, she froze for a second.
There,
Yeah.
Kim.
Okay,
Okay.
we're back. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was just saying that my mother was always
No, you're okay.
as a child.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
But
my mom, she
like, what would she do?
my mom was she was feisty for sure, but just oh, it's so hard to describe. Just little things like
Would she skip housekeeping? You know, would she not get dressed? Would she stay in bed? Like, how would you know? Because
she
I
would
want
be like
people that are
going
wondering
out.
in the chat right now that might be dealing with some stuff, either bipolar on their own or have a family member who's just not functioning at 100%, that they
Yeah.
can kind of look for warning signs. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So,
right.
like,
No, my mom would be like going out and shopping, buy like max her credit card out or something, I mean, just buy stuff, do things she wouldn't normally do. It's the manic part. Like there's people that suffer with depression, that's just regular depression, that stop cleaning their house or whatever. But my mom, everybody's just so different. My mom she would start go on shopping spree, or subtle things like that. um Talking about God, like she'd just start praying out loud with us, or just little things that she's normally does not. It's not like her. It's not her personality. Normal, but and she would do like Cindy's mom. She would, she would go through bouts where we'd think she's gonna have a breakdown, but then she'd be fine because she'd just continued. I don't know if she stopped taking that medicine for a couple days and then got right back on it again, so she was fine, or I don't know. I still don't understand that, how sometimes I would swear she's going to have a breakdown, because I could tell. I'm from Chicago, and that's where my whole family is. And I moved down to Southern Illinois, and I would talk to my mom. I could just tell, talking on the phone, something ain't right.
It's
just
a
by her
lot of
telling me
it
what
is about brain chemistry, and the brain chemistry balanced, and that's what the medications help, is balance the brain chemistry. So she could still have episodes and still be on the medication. It could just be really, a fluctuation in her chemistry.
Then that must be, that must be what it is. I really think she was just on the right medicine. Thank God, after those first two.
Can you tell this from a blood test? Can they say you're bipolar? And if they can't, and you go to a doctor and they're the ones that diagnose you, isn't it just a matter of their opinion by the symptoms that you're telling them?
I think that it's not just that. I think they often too, there's a lot of family input usually before they jump to that kind of a conclusion. But I don't really think that I know of. I don't think there's any blood tests that tell you. I'm sure there's a lot of scientists that study the brain and people with mental illness to try and see differences in the brain, but I don't think there's.
You know what's weird too, and I just realized, I'm remembering this now as we're talking. When the cancer just recently, when it was that bad, we thought she was having a breakdown, okay, because of the new diagnosis. They told her it was in her lungs and in her liver. And when we were in the hospital with her just recently, right before she passed, we thought that the doctors, like Cindy said, that it's talking to the family member. We were explaining what's going on. We don't know what's happening because she hasn't had a nervous breakdown in ages, And they said, well, this could be because the cancer's in her brain. And sure enough, it was.
Yeah,
so those symptoms, the way she was acting was just like the same way she would act with a breakdown but it was the cancer that caused it. So those are the same like symptoms, and the doctors are even saying they're the same thing happens. We have to see her brain, because if there's no cancer in her brain, then she's having a mental breakdown. But then if there is, and sure enough, her brain the cancer was all over her brain.
Yeah, my sister had tumors in her brain just when she died. I mean, it was like the final stages in her cancer, but yeah, it definitely changed her, even her balance. She couldn't even, was having trouble walking. She would fall, but it definitely did change her behavior.
Yes. Wow. So that's exactly how, so somebody with cancer, the brain, the way she was behaving was the same as when she had the first breakdown like that.
And now, anywhere near the age that I'm going to tell your age, are you at the age your mother? Because you look young. So are you at the same age as your mother, or younger or older than she was when she was first started showing symptoms?
Oh, no, I'm 45.
So you're past that age.
Yeah.
So any worry of possibly the same thing happening for you is gone at this point.
Right. But like I said, I do have the youngest brother. I'm dealing with him now.
Is he showing signs?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah. And sometimes it does run in families, so it is something that you have to watch. He's always had issues with drugs, so he's always felt to self-medicate, which is self-medicating. Yeah, that's definitely a sign for sure.
Yeah. So he's, and again, there's no talking sense. There's no telling him any different. He's fine. There's nothing wrong.
Do you think, Kim, other than the few episodes, the big ones that your mom had and had to be hospitalized, other than that, do you think you had a relatively normal childhood, even though she was bipolar?
Yeah, I do. I definitely. We had fun. Like I said, friends over, sleepovers, whatever. We did all the regular, went on vacations, and
so you kept life as normal as possible, and that probably kept a lot of resentment.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think with my mother, life wasn't always normal. Like, it got to a point when my other sister just did what she wanted. She just ignored it. She just did what she wanted, but she wouldn't let us leave the house, other than school. Like, you had to get permission just to go out, and that lasted a couple years. It's like, nope, I ain't dealing with this. I'm gone. But you didn't have to ask permission to go in the front yard. It was like she was afraid you were gonna take off or something if you went out in the front yard. So it was crazy.
Yeah. And that had to be hard for you, Cindy, not being with her for so long.
But, like I said, I didn't stay very long. I was like 16 when I left the house. 15.
Yeah, so you're like me. I was like 17.
Yeah, but at least when you both left, I mean, you turned out okay. And I think with Cindy too, because of that, having that with her mom, being out of her life and stuff, and when she was forced to go back to her, which was just unbelievable that a judge made her go there. that
Yeah.
I think about all the time.
Yeah, I still don't understand that judge's decision to split us up. You know,
Yeah.
four girls
Awful.
that had lived together their entire lives and he split us up. I mean, what the heck are you thinking?
Wow.
There's a reason why, the judge, prior to that, there's reasons that we were allowed to stay with my father. Why are you ignoring all of that? Didn't make
Right.
any sense. I still don't get it. But his from what I understand, because I was kind of young then, I think I was 12. But his reasoning was he wanted to give her another chance. So you're willing to sacrifice the well-being of two young girls to give her
Yeah.
another chance? What? He thought we were, my older sisters, this was his words, my older sisters were too set in their ways that they could probably never adapt and learn to get along with her. Well, like I said, I was very young when they divorced. I was still an infant, so I really didn't know her that much at all, just a few visits here and there. So he felt that we were not as set in our ways that we could learn to love her. And, she's my mother. Of course, I love her, but that doesn't mean I have to like her.
Right.
Right.
And
Exactly.
he probably in his own personal life had a situation where, he wasn't able to see his kids or something. And so then by God, this woman's going to see hers, because judges at the end of the day, they do have to follow a law to a certain extent, but it's their decision. And
Yeah.
they're human beings, and their personal life does have a part in how they judge on things. So, but Kim, I would like to know from you, do you think that anything, especially with you, like always worrying about your mom, as a
Yeah.
kid, do you think any of that carried over into your adulthood? Any of
What?
the same traits that you
Maybe
had as a
it
child?
could have. It could have. I don't know if it was from that directly. Like, because I get some anxiety, like major anxiety sometimes. Do you mean like that?
No, I mean like worrying about things all the time, always
Well, yeah.
trying to. I mean,
Probably, yeah. I think so. But although I don't know, because my worrying didn't start until after I had my first son. Then it was like something snapped in me, and I was like, not such an
Well, that
anxious.
makes
Like,
sense. Yeah, you worry that
yeah,
are you going to be, if it happens to you, how are you going to be able to relate with your
right,
children? I'm sure, yeah.
yeah,
or
yeah.
again,
But
Or is it going to happen to your children?
well,
that I
having,
worry about that.
yeah, hours and hours and hours of conversations, and see, but now
Yeah.
it's almost like instead of worrying about your mom, though, you're worrying about your
Yeah.
kids, and you want to control
I
the
know.
situation.
I
You
do.
want to plan the outcome for them. You don't ever want
Yeah.
a knee scratched, a heart hurt. You know what I'm saying? You,
Well,
Oh, yeah.
if it were to happen to one of your children, they're lucky to have you as a parent because you know and recognize the symptoms and you know how to seek treatment and help for them.
Well, my oldest, I was telling Rebecca how we went through, because the teachers were telling me, get him on, like they were saying, get him on medication for ADD. Well, I was seeing more, I felt depression from him, and they had him on the medication for ADD, so like Ritalin or whatever, plus a Zoloft. And he was like a completely different kid, and we took him off of it.
Yeah.
And like I said, we started homeschooling because it would kill me every day to get him on that medication. But I worry about him all the time. I'm always looking because that could skip generations, and I don't know. I'm just always worrying.
No, don't worry about it. Just be confident in the fact that, because if you're worrying and you're looking for symptoms, you may make something into a symptom that's not.
You're right. You're exactly right.
If it really does happen, you will recognize the symptoms.
Yeah.
Because your child's behavior, and his behavior may not be the same as your mother's. It may manifest completely differently, but you'll know that it's different because it's your child.
Yeah, like Rebecca told me, how do you know what is he depressed about? And it's true. It's just me.
Yeah.
Just
hey, there's
over.
ask him. Just don't ever be afraid to come out and ask.
No, I don't. Yeah.
Ask him if he's depressed, and you
Kim's
know.
no, Cindy, it was more like he knew when to say he was depressed to get something out of her, you know. So because of
Yeah, that's true. But
Yeah,
and he could just say, "Oh, I'm so depressed," and then there's mommy right at his
Mhm.
side, you know, making his
Right.
world better. He doesn't even know what
but
depression.
if you truly think you're seeing depressed behavior and
Depression.
not just him, because you'll know when he's trying to manipulate you too.
I
I'm
know.
sure. I mean,
I
you
know.
know your children, but
He's more of an introvert anyway. He's more of an introvert. And he'll, you know, he knows that. He even says that, you know, I'd rather be you know, he's got a lot of friends, but he'd rather be doing his own thing, you know. Even as a baby, he was always that type of kid.
Mm-hmm.
The other one's complete opposite.
does he have
but
anxiety issues or just
yes, yep,
yes?
anxiety. But he's working through it, you know. Like I want to get him on like CBD oil if it starts getting worse. You know, he's only gonna be 14, but I wouldn't give it to him now, but you know, for the future,
What state are you in? If it's legal, well,
Illinois.
CBD is
It's legal. I'm in Illinois.
Talk to
And
his doctor. If his doctor says it's okay, then do it.
yeah, I mean, he's okay since we started the homeschooling. He's been totally fine with it.
Less anxiety for him, probably.
I think a lot of it is like Rebecca said. He like knows how to work me with a lot of it. But I don't know.
Is it okay if I interrupt this broadcast for a brief announcement?
Yes, Oprah.
Thank you.
I said you're Oprah and Gail. You too.
Yeah. She calls me Oprah, and you're my Gail, Cindy.
Yeah.
But I need to interrupt this program just for a moment for an announcement. I have now reached 1,002 subscribers.
And your 1,000, that's what I sent her a text to tell her 1,000 is actually in the chat. Happy Lux was your 1,000th subscriber. So I wanted to say thank you so much to Happy Lux for being that 1,000th.
God, what's the big, now we need a big giveaway.
I don't know. Now I'll have to think of something and do it. Thank you. And I think is in the chat. Kim, I want to let you know that. And Anna is here from Only My Dreams. Hi, Anna. And
I love her.
Vintage. I can't read it. I'm trying to read them all. Sandy Brown is here. Pam is here. Hey, Pam.
Hey, Roberta.
Hey, guys.
Okay, Roberta is
anybody else? Has anybody else in there dealt with it, with the bipolar?
Dawn is here.
I think there's a couple of people that mentioned that have some knowledge about it that are either in the medical side of it or have had some dealings themselves with bipolar. But
yeah, and I was worried. I don't want to offend anybody, you know, who has bipolar that's on there, you know, because I know it's out of their control. It really isn't.
No judgment whatsoever.
No, none at all.
Anybody, literally, you would be surprised at how many people in high
and with the medication,
depression.
Yeah, and with the right medication, nobody would even know it. So you know, don't ever be afraid to take the medication. It's just something that's got to be done for your life, you know.
Well, there's no shame in mental illness. It's not something that you can choose. It's like any other disease or illness. It's not something you can choose.
Absolutely. Well, you know, it's so many people are like, oh, they're crazy and this and that. And it's like, it's not. It's just
crazy. Such a bad word. I don't even know how we got started to. You know, maybe the behavior sometimes may seem a little crazy to people, but the person is not crazy.
Right. No, it's horrible.
It's different. Mental illness is different than, say, like cancer is, or even having the flu, because there's not a physical symptom other than the mental part of it. So, you know, if people can't see a wound on you, you're not sick. That's not
well, and it is like physically it's brain chemistry, so there is a physical aspect to it's brain chemistry. The brain chemistry is not normal.
Right, Cindy. I know that it's not something physical that someone can see on you.
Oh, right, exactly. Yeah, like a broken leg or
Yeah, or something like that. And I actually have two friends that suffer from mental illness that I did not know for the longest time. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
you wouldn't know.
no, and that's what they said. And I said, well, why didn't you ever share it? And they're like, why? I take
Yeah,
medication every day. It
they
doesn't
don't
change
need
my
to.
life. What do I need to say? Hey, I take medications. And I said, well, no, but I never would have known at all.
And we're all little nuts. That's what I say. We're all crazy. Just some people, their levels are
More to
off
exactly.
than others. That's it. We all go through sad times, happy times. It's the same thing. Just some are more,
I
they
don't
just
think
need that little extra medication. That's it. To
Somebody
even it
in
out.
the chat said that Zoloft, I'm not going to use any names because I know you're going to get rid of the chat, but somebody in the chat said Zoloft has helped them tremendously. It works very well for them.
Oh,
And
for
that
sure.
is one of the frontline drugs that they use. They often will start with Wellbutrin and move to Zoloft. And then if they determine that it's like with her mother, they might have to use some stronger drugs, but those are the ones that they generally do start with, and they work very well for a lot of people, but it's different for everybody.
She was on like lithium or something, like hard stuff for the first time.
The more
and
the psychotropic drugs, or rather than antidepressants. Sometimes if it gets to an extreme, they have to start psychotropic type drugs.
And just so that
and you know what?
I'm sorry, Kim, but just so that everyone that's in the chat knows that the chat will be disabled, so people can watch the show again with Kim on it, but everything in the chat will be disabled, so nobody will be able to read it. So you're more than welcome to put anything in the chat that you want, but it will not be made public after we go off of the air here. So.
And if you have a question or anything about anything that's said that you want to come back, and you can always email. If you want to say, hey, she said something about whatever, what was that? You can email one of us and we'll help you there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the main thing is don't ever be ashamed of that. Like you're no different than anybody else. It's just that, that we all have the same chemicals in our brain. It's just some are off a little bit. And that's what my mom, I think she was always so worried about, that like people, they're going to think I'm crazy, or that would affect her the most. Like if I remember like my stepdad, if they're drinking or he was drinking or something, and they'd get into it and he would be like, oh, you're just crazy. And that would just, that would kill her when people would make a comment like that.
Maybe he didn't even mean it in those terms to her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But she took it that way.
Exactly.
He wasn't saying it like to hit below the belt. He's just saying, oh, you're crazy. And then she's like,
exactly. Like, right. Me and you talking like you're crazy or you're nuts. And it would be like, so hard.
She would take it differently, than you or I would, I'm sure, because she probably thinks in the back of her own mind that maybe I am crazy. So she, and that's why I hate that word, because of the connotation of it. It's like, one you really
that's for anybody,
jokingly, because you don't know how the person's going to take it if they really are,
anybody in the chat even who has bipolar or who has loved ones with it, that I'm sure they can relate. Like,
so they may
don't
take
ever
that word completely different than somebody who has not been affected by mental illness.
Yeah,
definitely.
Well, Kim, I want to say that I appreciate you coming on and sharing everything about your mom. And if I can ask you just 2 quick questions before we wrap up here, and then I have a couple announcements to share also, because I didn't do it in the beginning. But I want you to complete this sentence for me. My mom is, and then finish that.
My mom is a warrior. She lived the rest of her life the way she wanted it. She died exactly how she wanted. She is the strongest woman I've ever known. She went through everything like a champ. Like I said, she even died exactly how she wanted. She wanted to be here with us, with her kids. And she traveled. My brother took her. I was going to go right to her. We were all going to be with her. And she made it from here to Chicago, from Chicago to here. like a 5-hour trip.
You know, you just made your mother very proud. I can feel her right now, and she's saying, "Tell that girl I love her." That's the greatest compliment
I
I
know.
could ever have.
She really truly is like the strongest person I know. Just seeing everything she went through.
You know what? I didn't even wear lashes tonight in case we cried. So
I know.
okay.
I know. I was hoping I wouldn't, but of course I'm gonna. But I feel her with me all the time.
The other thing that I want to ask you is, besides that sentence, and this is also for other people too, Kim, that, don't wait until a loved one is gone and then you live with regret, because Kim didn't do that. Kim had her mom
No.
there. She was with her mom right
Yes.
that her mom passed. So,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
if you have something to say to a loved one, or you have problems with a loved one, honestly, it dissolves once they're gone. It could be
Well,
one thing in the world, and you forget the bad, and you only remember the good.
that reminds me of a point I was going to make earlier. So a lot of people think that if you have a parent that you are not getting along with, or that you had a really bad relationship, and that when they die, no big deal, good riddance, you're not going to mourn them. It's the complete opposite of that. When you have a parent that you have not had a relationship with, and you may have even hated each other, when they pass, it's really hard. It's because then you knowing that you're never, because you always have in the back of your mind that maybe one day we'll have a good relationship. Well, the chance for that is gone once they are gone, and so it's harder when they go than you would think.
Yep.
And my youngest brother is going through that now with my mom, because he lives down here with his family and me, and always my mom, like I said, I'd be on the phone with my mom 3-4 times a day. And my boys are like that. They're different. They don't talk as much on the phone, call their moms. They don't do that. But he has so much regret, because for months before she passed away, he was always, "Mom, I can't talk, blah, blah, blah." He was here with her when she died, but I know it kills him.
Yeah, and to clarify, I'm not talking about cases where there's like molestation or physical abuse, that kind of thing. I'm not talking about situations like that. I can't even address that because I have no experience with that. But, I'm saying if just like in Kim's situation or in mine, you are going to really, just do it. Just be the first one. I mean, be the first one. Make that phone call. Don't.
It's so important. It's so important. Because you'll never get it back.
Branch, but do whatever you can to make peace with whoever that is, so you're not dealing with those guilt feelings afterwards.
And my last thing that goes along with that, if you had your mom back for 2 minutes here in the physical form, what would you say to her?
I talk to her every day still. What would I say to her, you mean? Is that what you asked me?
Yes. What would you say?
How much I love her and I appreciate her. And she really showed me what the strength. Oh my God. She is such an inspiration to me. And she knows that is one thing I truly feel her with me all the time. And I thought we were going to be weirded out because, she passed away in our home. And, I was kind of worried for the kids, like how they were going to be with it. And,
it's all loving.
I feel so
it's going to be comforting to your children. Yeah.
Well, the little one, I was telling Rebecca, the little one, we've got a spare bedroom, and that was one of his bedroom. And anyway, that's the room we made up for my mom. She was on hospice, and he never wanted to go in there. Even now, he still has a hard time because she died May 21st. But anyway, my brother will come over once in a while and he'll go in that room, and he'll just like sit in there. I don't know. He's having a really hard time since my mom passed. But Mason, my youngest, the 7-year-old, he hasn't really gone in there. Well, he finally got the courage to go in there like a couple weeks ago. And here my brother had the lights off. And he opens that door. My brother's in there with the lights off, and it just scared the crap out of him again. So the poor thing. But anyway, I was telling her we got to completely redo. I'm going to paint it all. It's still hard for me to go on because all of her stuff's still in there and
It wasn't
set up for her.
cool to be sitting in there.
Yeah, she's not physically in the room. I mean,
know.
she's not hanging in
I
the
know,
room, but she will
No.
comfort him when he gets up the nerve to go in there. She'll comfort him, and
Yeah, he
basically,
will.
she's saying to you now that she got everything she wanted. She just wanted
Oh,
to die knowing that she was loved by her children and a good mother.
You're absolutely right. That's it. And she did. She knew. She
And-
went exactly the way she wanted.
And the best compliment, though, Kim, that you can give her is just to, you know, carry on the way that you are, raise your kids and stuff the way that you are, and you know,
Yeah.
to her that is just, you know, such a blessing. Every mom always wants their kids to do,
Yeah.
you know, better than they did. So
Exactly.
you're doing
She'll
a-
guide you. Your mother will guide you through any of that if it happens. She'll guide you with those decisions.
And if
Yeah.
you are not subscribed to Kim's channel, she doesn't have any videos up yet, but she is debating to start doing some videos and doing some of her grooming and dog tips and stuff. I am telling you, if I can get her to come back on and do a dog, her dogs don't leave her shop just groomed. They literally leave like they were going out for a show. They are unbelievable what they look like. I want to go let her do my hair, you know?
I know. Everybody's like, "Will you do my hair?" Like, no, you don't want to see me do. I'll make you look like a poodle. That'll look cute.
I'd love
But no.
but so make sure
You're
to
gonna
subscribe to him, because if she starts to
I
do
might,
it, then you will get her notifications that she's going to be on.
Bye, Pat.
do.
Yeah, you can do it. If you can come on and talk about this and do it, then you got it licked. You can.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was telling Rebecca, I need to have I've got to get a new laptop because I can't get on live on my phone when I'm out here grooming. But
You
yeah,
can always film your
Bring
first
you on.
one.
You don't have to be on live. You know what I'm saying? You're come on.
oh yeah, I guess I could do video. Well, I'm thinking if people have questions or something, but yeah, you're right. I could just do.
Yeah, just like now, we bring you on grooming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You'll come back on the same way.
yeah.
Just have the, you know, yeah, we'll work it out. So if we can get you on, that would be great. So, and
Okay.
my quick announcements that I have two to make before we wrap up. And again, Kim, thank you so much. We even prayed again, guys. I always pray before I come on, and now more and more I'm praying backstage with people. But we prayed before we came on to give Kim the words and just the wisdom that she needed, because she was a nervous wreck about doing this. So
It was just weird. We wouldn't have enough to talk about. I mean, obviously we did, you know.
well, but
I just
it's not
want people to know that they're not alone with that. You know, it's so common, and don't ever feel like embarrassed or different. You know, just there's so many people that need to be medicated too. They're out there.
Yeah, a lot of
You know.
undiagnosed, and they're miserable because they don't know what's, you know, they don't know what they're going through, and they're miserable.
Yeah. Well, and I appreciate you so much, because again, it's a topic that we should have several more shows on, because bipolar is different for everyone. And, you know, you're the first one that we've talked to that, you know, it was your mom that was bipolar. Cindy, what are you doing? Giving us a view of
I just took my glasses off because they were irritating my nose as I was trying to read. I was trying to read the chat.
Bracelet. I can't get the thing in there.
Let me put
Look,
it back
Cindy, I have to wear your bracelet. It is so gorgeous.
Yeah, here, move it over this way.
I do. I can't. I don't know. This camera is so weird.
Oh, it's great.
Gorgeous.
Yes, I love that one. Isn't that a cool bracelet?
I am so in love with it.
Okay. Now, let me show you. I still have a jewelry haul to do, but let me show you this bracelet here.
That one was hard to let go of, Kim. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Well, I love it. It's in a good home.
Is that Saints, Rebecca?
I can't see with my glasses off, but I think it's on Mother of Pearl. I just got this.
Are the figures on it Saints? What are they?
Look, I don't know. I like
that butterfly. Wow. That is cool.
Stones. I had to get it. And
yeah.
I hope
very cool.
to auction
Very cool.
Friday, but my jewelry haul that I'm going to be showing, that I'm adding to the stuff prior to Hurricane, unbelievable.
I only wore this one. Let me show you the one I'm wearing right now. I only wore this one because, see this? I wanted to show, like, Sosie actually won this in a lot last night, and then she donated it to our benefit auctions. But I wanted to show you guys, and I'm only wearing it because I wanted to show you how cute this necklace is.
That is really cool.
Isn't this
That's
adorable with just the right thing?
Yeah, with that little castle.
It's a lot for one of the benefit auctions that I'll have, but I had to show it to you guys.
It's very pretty.
Awesome. Rebecca, how are you guys doing with all the mess there?
We're good. Thank you.
Florida.
We're good. Thank you.
God.
Thank you.
I know everybody. It's been so scary with all
That's
that.
all I'm going to say. We're going to leave it at that. Oh, and then, wait.
No flooding, Rebecca?
See that one?
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Enlarge your screen so we can see it.
Oh, wait, here. Okay.
Cindy, you'll like that one. Cindy, that's cute.
I have a necklace that matches it. Okay, here's the bracelet.
You,
how do I become?
You went backwards.
Here, okay. Here, hold on. No. Here's a story. Oh, and that was coming out at 9 o'clock. The Brady Bunch redoing the house. That was coming out at 9 o'clock. Okay, there it is.
Oh, wow.
God, I love it.
Yeah. And then
that's gorgeous.
Well, I can't show you all of it because this is in my next haul.
Are those Chanel earrings you're wearing?
Yes, that's the first thing I said.
Yes, but that bracelet has a matching necklace to it, and it's going to be in my next jewelry haul. That and the one that I did prior to
that's the MSP item there.
I'm going to be putting in the auction this Friday, and Thursday night is game night. We are playing at 8 o'clock Eastern. We are playing adult late night family feud is what we're playing. Anybody that wants to play, you are more than welcome. I will post the video tomorrow. Just sign up in the comments. We will play in groups of 6, or if there's less than 6, but every single person who wants to play, I guarantee you will be able to play. So we already have one group, and then if everybody in the comments will sign up, then you will be included. The only conditions to play the game is you have to come on screen here. You don't have to show your face. You can have it on a flower pot in your house. But I will send you an invite, and you have to come on. That way you can answer, and it's more fun if we're doing it live versus typing in the chat because of all the delays. So
I'm in.
Okay.
Me too. It'll be a blast.
Yes. All you have to do is just put it in the chat tomorrow, and then I'll literally pull out of a hat if there's enough to make groups of 6, and then you just have to come on live. That's all. You don't have to show your face, but just be on live just so you can answer. And but we're gonna start doing game night every Thursday night. I wanted to do it on Sunday nights, but I want to see how everybody feels. If that's too close to school, kids going to school or whatever. So we'll decide on Thursday to stay on Thursdays or Sundays, but we're going to have game night once a week so you can just forget your life and, have a good time. This is another
one. It's going to be a blast.
That this one here will be
gorgeous.
Yep, that will be an item as well. Maybe.
Wow.
If I can get rid of it. Yeah. So, my next jewelry haul showing is going to be a great one. I was looking here for a ring that I got that I wanted to show you guys, and I can't find it. But yeah, I have got also too, so I don't forget, not this coming Friday, but the following Friday, I am doing a 24-hour auction. So I have tons and tons. Yes, it will start at midnight Thursday night, 12:01 a.m., which is actually, I guess, Friday night, and then it will run until 12:01. Yeah, so 12:01 Thursday night is actually 12:01 Friday morning, right? And then it'll run until the following midnight. So that's not this Friday, but the following one. This is the necklace that matches that bracelet.
Yeah. Oh my gosh!
Oh,
I
wow.
love them.
Gorgeous.
So, but
is that the fossilized coral beads on the necklace on that one?
No information will be given out ahead of time.
Oh, jeez.
Don't I feel professional?
You're terrible.
Look at this.
So
Now, see, tell me
Sweet
what
dramatic.
this, and then I'll shut up and we can go. What is this?
Ooh, I don't know.
Can't see it well enough, but it looks like mother of pearl.
No, the pearls are pearls, but I'm saying what is this hanging on there?
A mushroom?
I thought it was.
I have no idea.
It's the shape of an umbrella, but
No,
oh, you know what? Is it like a stingray or something like that?
no. Here, let's see. Tell me when it
It's
focuses.
not focusing, so we
Oh,
can't.
it looks like
There's two
cauliflower.
parts left.
I have no idea.
Is that better? Can you see it?
I don't know. It kind of looks like jade now, but I can't see what we can't really see
It
what
is,
it
but
is.
it has a face on it. Can you see the face?
No.
No, not really. It's not focusing.
What in the world?
Can
Like
anybody?
a little girl with a stethoscope almost.
No, it's an elephant.
It's an elephant? Okay.
Oh,
Okay, now I
okay.
see the elephant. Okay, now that you say
Yeah.
that, I see the shape of the ears and stuff.
Yep, I saw it.
That is cool.
I was like, what the heck? What
It
is
looks almost like it might be jade once you focused it. Is it jade?
Is it-
jade? Even look at it is jade.
Okay.
And look at see, even the veil on it. Isn't that nice?
beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that.
You know that's done? Yeah.
Oh, cool. Even the jade is, or even the bell is jade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to start digging through this, but man, this is a great jewelry haul. So wait till you guys see it. So
I saw that too, Lydia. A little girl face almost looked like a little girl with a stethoscope like this.
really, see,
Mhm.
I thought it was a mushroom. I'm like, a mushroom? Why did I pick out a mushroom?
Well, as soon as you said elephant, then I could see the shape.
I have got one of, oh, here it is. I will show you this because this is not going up for auction, just so you know. Maybe.
See, why do you gotta tease everybody like
Look how
that?
beautiful this is. It's
Oh
a
wow!
Oh, wow.
why? Because
Oh my god!
I can use this for bargaining power. That's why.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Oh,
Is
that's
that
so cool.
turquoise?
I am not just disclosing anything at the moment, ma'am.
Okay, that looks kind of Peruvian or Middle Eastern, sort of.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
Maybe brass and Peruvian turquoise or something like that.
Oh, I love it. I'm glad it's small size.
It's a I believe a 7.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Won't fit me.
Very
is
cool. Does that open like a poison ring?
On the top here, no,
Yeah.
nope.
It's
Just
almost what I thought it was a poison ring.
Yeah. I do have a poison ring if you're looking for one.
No, I have one.
Okay, I'm gonna say I've got like 5 of them.
Do
Yeah.
you really? Well, that doesn't mean I may not want another one.
There's always room for more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look for my next jewelry haul. There is just some really great things in there. And then, like I said, so we'll have auction this Friday, and then next Friday I'm doing 24 hours because I've got so much stuff to clear out. Literally thousands of pieces of jewelry, so we can have a good time together. Have some wine, pop, whatever. And
What do you mean you're going to be on for 24 hours, literally?
Yes. Yes.
Get out. You will not. We'll
my
see her.
God.
She'll be passed out after 10 hours.
Cindy, she don't know me, does she? Honey,
She will stay up
Oh,
for
dear.
4 hours, trust me.
Yeah,
No.
you have no idea how long I can stay up for. So put me
God.
yes, yes. These are beautiful clip-on earrings.
She'll die the next day, but she'll be up 24 hours.
Oh, my God. I cannot. I could.
I
Years
could
ago, I could do that.
A couple straight, but I don't think I can do more than 2 days at a time. So, but we'll see. So it'll be a lot of fun. Okay, here, I will tease you with one more necklace because I love this.
See, now you might as well just show us everything.
Well, now I will show you something too. It is an Alex and Ani bracelet. And you know how we normally see the little wire ones and the charms hanging off? This is a cuff, an Alex and Ani cuff.
Oh, I like that too.
Pretty. I've got one very similar to that. Vicky wants to know if you have a poison ring in size 5 or 6.
I will check for you, Miss Vicky. And if I do, we'll put your name on it. So see, it's small, but it's going to fit 7.5. It looks really small. I'll check for you, Vicki, and I will let you know, honey. Okay, this is the only one I'm going to show you out of the home, and I'm telling you nothing else. There's the pendant on this one. I know somebody.
Oh,
Hold that up again.
Her name is on this necklace if she sees it. Wait, let me.
Wow.
Let me put it right here.
That almost looks like Austrian glass there.
Mm-hmm.
Gee, that's gorgeous.
And look at the stones.
Oh my God, the necklace too.
Gorgeous.
Isn't it something?
Yeah, it looks
Wow.
like Austrian glass.
Yep. So some things are going to be going for this Friday. Some are going to be going in next Friday's one. You know, I will have sterling silver, gemstones, you name it. And
Ooh, awesome.
yeah, but this,
Just so you know, if you don't want me to guess what it is, don't show it to me.
oh, well, you can guess it.
Because I'm going to be trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I think this is just the design of it. Again, I have no contacts in. I can barely see the screen. So,
That's
but
a gorgeous piece, though.
Yeah.
I love that.
I can see the bling from it.
Beautiful.
So, yeah. So again, this is it's a great haul that I have sitting here. I can't wait to share it. And, you know, the pieces are going to be going home with a lot of you ladies. So, but there's a lot of great things in here. A lot.
I can't wait
Yeah.
for this auction already.
I know. I can't wait to. I can't wait to
When are
share
you
it.
doing the 24-hour thing next week?
Yeah, next week. It'll start Thursday night at midnight and run through Friday night at midnight. Is what it'll do.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm ready to go right into the haul, but I just can't do it. So, but okay. Well, I will show you this one. No, I'm kidding. Well,
see, you're gonna do it, especially Thursday. Oh, wow.
mm-hmm. And I love this.
God.
I broke a piece of jade, a brown one like this, similar to this.
Oh,
So I can also show
like
you what it looks like when you break it. You know.
I don't have any jade.
Well,
And I love it.
I am your jade hookup then because I have a ton of.
Do you have any earrings?
I do, as a matter of fact. Okay, do you want to see them?
Yes.
All right, hold on, because they're in this haul. Hold on one second. Oh, now in this suite, I will show you guys this too. Oh, I do have a couple. What do you call them? Look at this ring. It's a what do you call it ring? A cameo ring.
A cameo. Oh, wow.
Yeah. But look at it. It is adjustable. It is carved shell, of course. And look at the band and stuff on this. It's an old.
Only that. That's another thing I don't have is a cameo. I have no cameos.
And here's the back of it.
Wow. Oh, that's perfect.
I'm going to try and do before.
That looks Victorian. From the Victorian era.
Yeah.
By the construction of it. So.
Yeah. And look at where the spot in the shell is at, right on her neck, like she's got a necklace on.
Yeah. You may want to list that one because that's probably worth quite a bit.
I know. Well, I know. I'm just showing it so you can spread the word. And then I have a few Brighton bracelets. Well, I'm trying to get to the jade earrings for you. And just lots of great stuff. I can't keep telling you stuff because you'll just have to watch my haul. And then I'll have a ton of stuff in there that you haven't even seen. So.
Well, when are you planning on doing the haul?
I'm doing the haul tomorrow, ma'am. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Is Autumn Grace in the chat? If she is.
I don't think I've seen her tonight.
All right, because I wanted to show her something too. Look at this one.
Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise.
And look, it's got pearls, you got jade and glass and everything, and she's shell also. And just gorgeous.
Beautiful.
And she's
so that one is shell and not resin?
Yeah, she's shell, correct. Okay, hold on. Oh, here's another one. This one is all white. Can you see her? There. Look how pretty she is.
Oh, nice.
And there's the back of
it.
And this is Lenox.
Oh, cool.
That's a Lenox.
Yeah, another one I would list.
So she is porcelain. This
Cindy, do you sell on eBay?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. As a matter of fact, I haven't listed in a while, but my son is photographing for me tomorrow, finally getting him going on that. So I am going to start listing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I need.
that's why I said though, some of the stuff is going auction, some of it is not, and that's because some of it will be going online. Right here's a beautiful pair of jade earrings.
Oh my gosh.
I got
Wow,
a
is
lot
that
of higher end pieces that I'm listing, and then just your average, Monet, that kind of stuff.
And here I took off my Chanel earring to show you. I'll put, wait, see, I'm even reaching for the wrong ear trying to do it
I
backwards.
know, it's so awkward.
But hold on. Yeah, I was going to put this in top of the other one. I'll show you the links if I can find my hole here, and I'll put it on and show you. Of course, I will clean these.
That ring looks so pretty on you.
Oh, thank you.
Look at that. It's gorgeous.
There's your
Oh,
link
wow.
on the museum.
Beautiful. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah,
kind of
those are
reminds me of the one that I have that somebody told me they thought they had a green stone to match it. I wonder who that was. I need to buy that stone.
Well, I don't know if the bracelet I have, if it matches it or not. Oh, and I do have a jade necklace, bracelet, and earring set that they all match. So I don't know if I'm going to put them up as a set or what I'm going to do. But I
I'll
do
show
have
you
that.
what I mean. I have this set right
Hold on,
here.
I'll put the camera on you.
See those,
Oh my God.
the green stones on this?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
The
that's
one earring is missing one stone, and I do not want to split up the set. It's missing the green. And somebody said they thought they had one that would match that, but I don't remember who that was. But I'd love to be able to put that set together. This I would wear. This is
Yeah.
so
It is
gorgeous.
missing one stone. What stone is it missing? One of the little stones?
Yeah, this piece right
the
here,
green.
this piece.
The dangle, the big dangle?
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
missing on one earring. And I
Ooh.
can't even remember who said they thought they might be able to see the difference there.
Uh-huh.
Well, you might be able to just get two similar green ones and just change the other one, right?
Yeah,
I do have a necklace that
if you saw it in person, you would know why I don't want to change it, because it's
Yeah.
like these are hand cut too.
That's beautiful.
I have a necklace from the 1930s that is hand knotted, and it is Chinese glass. And you want to talk about some sparkle? It has
Oh
got
my
it.
gosh.
So
I have a
Wow.
pendant, another pendant that's similar to it, and they're Middle Eastern, but I don't know what country. But they're
Yeah, you can tell they're Middle Eastern.
carat plated.
mhm.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to look here. I've got the Chinese glass one in here, but I don't think I do. But the Chinese glass a lot of times is confused for jade.
You can click back over.
I don't wanna.
No.
I don't wanna. Well, I was going to show. Okay, here. This will be my last one that I'll show. And if anyone sees Autumn Grace, let her know that I had it here, or anybody else that's one of these lovers. Oh, here. It is a snake bracelet. The glittery
Oh, wow.
bracelet. Yeah. And it is for somebody with a larger wrist, or if you want to move it up, because
Yeah, I was going to say, can you use that? Is it big enough for your upper arm? It looks like an upper arm bracelet.
it's too
Oh,
big
yeah, that would look cool.
on mine. See, it's falling off
Put
even.
it, Rebecca, it looks like it might fit up here.
Yeah, well,
Part of the arm.
I know. Well, I don't want to be like a snake girl. But see, okay, Cindy wants to show you how fat my arm is. No, it doesn't
No,
work.
I don't. But
It works if I wrapped it like that. Here, it would wrap. No, it's going to wrap like right here, just up a little bit there. Wait, it's going to fall if I have it up there. See, only about right there on me. So, but I have a huge 10-foot hand and a small wrist, but it needs on a larger wrist. It's going to lay better. It doesn't on mine. There, that's the best I can do.
gorgeous. Okay, so it's not as big as I thought it was. It looked much bigger before,
No.
because it looked like it was coiled. So I thought it was an upper arm, but it doesn't look like that now.
This is the last thing I will show you. I keep these wrapped in plastic, not because I'm afraid of them. No, these are not. Wait till you see these. This is for the collector that wants, just like the name, the pieces from the artist, because they're not the prettiest things. Okay. Here they are.
You have to see this blue. Speaking of blue, this blouse and it's a shirt I just ordered. Oh wow, that's pretty. What
Yeah.
is that? What is that?
Does that say
Is that-
Marbell on the back?
No, these are Celro,
Okay.
and you can look it up. They are Satan heads, basically.
I was gonna say that looks like a really creepy face. What is that?
So, but they are very expensive earrings.
Wow.
Of course, I have
I've got some of those Marbell ones like that with the faces on them. Those are super expensive too.
Yeah. Well, the Celro are going to be more than Marvell ones are, but you know, all of your stones are genuine and stuff that are in here. And again, it's just that they're very collectible. They're hard to get. You're going to pay over $100 a pair for them, and you know, these are not like, if you look on eBay and the different sites and stuff right now, you'll see one face. I forget what it is. It's very common, and even those are over $100. But
Wow.
yeah,
That's different.
so. But I keep, not that I'm superstitious and I don't believe that Satan can do anything to me through an earring, but I keep them wrapped in bubble wrap just because I don't want to look at them. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they won't be dangling from my ears or anything, but yeah, here they go. They're right in here.
No bad juju or whatever.
Yeah, well, no, it's not necessarily bad. It's just, you know, I won't wear them, and I don't want. Now, this one here, Cindy, here again, Autumn Grace is not here, so I can show you. This is one that you can wrap more up if you wanted. Here, let me show you. There we go. See the same?
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah. So, and you can open it so that it, you know, will wrap up higher and stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say a tiny person could probably wear that up higher too.
Well, you can do it. No, it's going to fit a bigger arm because you would just want like the head showing in the double thing. So it could still be like up here, but, and get yourself a t-shirt like I'm wearing. See my t-shirt? And then
yeah, I want to see you make that. You need to make that. Do a video of you making that. She made that shirt.
Okay. Well, it's done in the back also. I don't know how to show you in the back. Kim,
I love it.
A 30-second DIY to show you how to cut
let's see it. Do it.
You know,
show me, don't tell me.
Believe me, before I tried doing them and making my own, I've paid a lot of money for ripped up shirts. So,
I know that.
Yeah, I'll make you one and send you one. Just tell me what you want.
Oh, geez. Show me how to do it. I'll
show. Okay,
so many shirts I'm ready to cut up.
Maybe not tomorrow, Wednesday. We can cut up shirts together. I'll show you. But yeah, so if you want to go get, anybody that wants to watch it, go to Walmart in the clearance section, get yourself a $1 t-shirt, and we'll cut up t-shirts together.
I'm down for that. That's fun.
Yeah, seriously,
I love it.
That's all that it costs. So they have t-shirts on clearance at Walmart all the time for nothing. So, but yeah, and literally it will take to do the whole shirt, even the back, about a whole minute. It'll be my shortest DIY ever. So,
what do you cut it with? Scissors? Just take shears?
Scissors, regular scissors.
Huh.
Yeah,
it looks like a regular
scissors, like nope, just regular scissors. But this one here, this little pendant that I showed you guys, the thing in purple, and I do not know. I forgot to check. Let me see if she's on my phone. I forgot to see. I didn't see Mary in the chat. Mary cannot type in the chat. And I have somebody else who cannot. Yep. Mary, if you're here, I'm sorry.
It's showing my thing that there's 2 on chat, but I'm not going to click on that because it'll kick me out, I think.
No, Mary, I got you. I love you. No, Cindy, do you know how Mary and I have one other that they can't type in the chat?
Maybe you got them blocked or something.
No, I don't have anybody.
It may not necessarily be blocked, but Roberta had that problem when she started a new account too. For some reason, they couldn't see her in some chats, so she would have to switch back over to her new account. But if you're not showing them blocked, it's probably something on their end. Do you remember? I don't remember what it was. Roberta is in the chat. What was it, Roberta, that was causing that to happen to you? I think it had something to do with the email address, but I can't remember what it was.
The email
They
address.
may have to have their email attached to their account, but there was some reason like that.
I did have Mary. Didn't this happen after I had you on live? Because Mary Pelletier actually came on live on camera with us.
Yeah.
So, but after that, she's not able to get in the chat.
Hmm.
And then I have one other, the same thing. I have a few people that are blocked that emailed me they were blocked. And
I'm going to have to research that, Roberta, because Roberta says it's still happening to her that she's only showing up in Thelma's. So it may be its settings, obviously, but I'll try and figure that out. I'll do some research and see if I can figure it out because I know it's happening to a couple of people.
Okay. Well, yeah, Mary she can go to other chats. She just can't come back to mine.
I know what you can probably do to fix it because I had the same thing with Kim Julius, and I just made her a moderator, and now she can get in because somehow she kept getting blocked. And I wasn't actually seeing her blocked, but as soon as I made her a moderator, she was able to show up.
Okay, so maybe my people that are blocked, it's the same thing.
Yeah, maybe if you make them a moderator, they'll be able to show up in your chat.
Okay, and right now I have no moderators on here.
Yeah.
For anybody else, that reminds me, if you are blocked from my channel and can't get in the chat, please email me, mrcutiesmom@gmail. Email me and let me know because I've had a few people email me that they were blocked that I haven't blocked.
You don't even have me. Oh, wait a minute.
So
I'm a moderator, right? Yeah, I'm a moderator. You do have a couple.
No, I don't.
Try that and see if it works. Just have them leave a comment on one of your videos, and then you can make them a moderator.
Okay, but
I will try and find out why that is happening because I know a few people are having that same issue.
Okay, Mary does say that you're a mod on here, but why isn't it showing in here?
Mary is a moderator?
No, she's saying you are.
Oh, yeah. It is. You can see the wrench next to me.
No, I'm in the StreamYard chat.
Oh, it may not show up. The StreamYard chat, a lot of stuff doesn't show up, but in the regular chat, it shows up.
Okay, will you be able to show me how to make Mary a mod?
Yes. Have Mary leave a comment on whatever your most recent video is, an uploaded video. Have her leave a comment on that. And then go in to your comment sections, where you can go in to read your comments and check them. To the right of that, let me get there so I can talk you through it, actually.
Okay, wait.
So Mary, go ahead and leave a comment on her last uploaded video. Let me log into it. If Mary's listening now,
yes.
Leave a comment. And what you do is...
And Lux, thank you for being my 1,000th subscriber.
That's so awesome.
Thank you.
You sign into with the, the little head that comes up in the right-hand corner when you're in YouTube. Just go into your account through there. And then to the left where it says community under Creator Studio, you see community. Click on that down arrow and then go into your comments. And you'll see all of the comments that are left. And they come in the order. Find a comment, and you don't even have to have her leave one. Just find an old comment. And right next to those comments, between the picture and there's a little trash can, a flag, a down arrow, and then a picture of the video. If you click on that down arrow right there, it'll let you click a box. It'll say report spam and abuse, hide users' comments on this channel, always approve comments from this user, add this user as a comment moderator. If you click on that, add this user as a comment moderator, it'll let her be a moderator.
I have to do that, or Mary does?
No, you have to do that. After she leaves a comment, you can go and find an old comment from her, or you can have her leave a new one.
Okay, she said she just left me a comment. Okay.
Okay, so just sign into your account, and you have to go into the comment section of your account.
Okay, and do it from there.
Yeah. Then if you don't have any questions once you get there, just holler and I'll let you know. But you'll see the trash can where you can remove the comment, then a flag where you can flag it, or then you can add her as a moderator or approve all of her comments. And I would check both boxes, check add as a moderator and always approve comments.
Okay. All right, great. All right, Mary, we'll get it fixed for you, girl.
And that'll fix it in the meantime until we figure out how, and I need to, I guess, do that with Roberta. Well, Roberta's coming up in.
I didn't know that, Mary, the stuff you're typing. I didn't know that. Okay.
I'll have to do that with Roberta too, because I didn't think about it at the time we were having that trouble, but I can probably get yours in there too, Roberta. You just need to leave me a comment with the old account, the one that we can't see.
I am going to try something different than Zoom or StreamYard. I'm going to try Zoom tomorrow, Cindy, to see how that is.
One more question on that. Roberta, didn't you say it only happened when you did it on your phone or a particular device, that it wasn't across all of your devices? Because if it's your phone, it may mean you need to make sure you have the email in your phone that your account, your YouTube account, is under if you're using a phone. So just make sure you're attached to that email and you open it with your YouTube with that same email. You know,
I think I know what you mean.
You have to have an email to open up your YouTube account. Make sure you have that email in your phone attached to your YouTube account.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mary says that she's on her phone and her tablet, and she can't get in the chat on either one.
Either one. Okay.
Did you hear what Cindy just said? To make sure that your phone is attached to, I mean, your email is right. Your email's attached to your phone.
Make sure your email account that you opened your YouTube account under is connected to your phone. You know how you can add emails to your phone, and make sure when you open up YouTube, you're opening it up under that same email.
That account.
That account.
Yeah, not just watching the video like from the web browser. Like, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Maybe if she downloads the actual app, does she have the app on her phone? The YouTube app, and then her account?
You may have to download the YouTube app and just make sure, like I said, that you have the right email opened up in your phone, because it does work that way. Whatever email you're using, whatever account you're using, you have to have that email attached in order to leave comments.
Okay. All right. Well, we will work on this then. I got to get Mary back in the chat. So I told her she's going to have to come on live for every single thing that we do. She's going to.
Yeah, I'm sure if you make a moderator, she'll be fine. And if you have any difficulties with that, just call me and I'll walk you through it.
I didn't know Belinda was here. And Mary Ann, hello. I'm trying to read your names. And Roberta, hello.
So I've been saying hi to everybody on behalf of all of us as they come in.
Thank you.
Yes. Hi, everybody. I know, because I can't see anything.
She's always great about that, doing that. So I appreciate it very much. So, okay. Well, Cindy, anything else that you want to say?
Nope. Only thing I've got coming up that is noteworthy anytime soon is my MSP auction in November, but that's going to be a while. November 19th.
Yeah. 2 months. We'll put up a calendar and count it down. And
congratulations on
congratulations.
1,000 subs.
Thank you. But it could be 990. You know, you never know. So they drop off. Come on, tomorrow I could wake up again with 400 and some gone, 450 something gone.
God, don't even say it.
It's happened before. Well,
don't even say it. Don't give anybody any ideas.
Yeah.
Now you need to start putting out more videos. Seriously, do that. Show how you cut that shirt up. Make a video.
Actually, I already planned a DIY for this week. You know, getting back to my roots of showing how to do home decor, because I make so much stuff in my house, and I'm decorating the front porch in a way that nobody else is doing. You know, I teach my own drummer, and my love is jewelry and interior design. I guess that's why I do so well in real estate. And yeah, if I have people's homes that are not attractive, I take everything of my own and free of charge, including furniture I can literally do someone's entire house, meaning, well, most of them have beds, but if they needed beds, I could put beds in there. But dressers, chests, nightstands, lamps, dining room tables, couches, everything. And I totally redo
And
their homes for them. Yeah, and a lot of them always say, "I don't want to move now," but
no,
you know, I'm not going to go into everything, but yeah. So, but I absolutely love. I'm obsessed with interior decorating and with jewelry and fashion. Those are my passions. So, you know,
and it shows. It shows. We could sit there. We know that talk for hours and hours about
yeah,
sending each other pictures. What should I do with this? What should I do? I want her to redo my whole house.
I
Oh,
appreciate that,
my
Kim.
husband. She's got me in trouble. My husband, right? He's sitting out here with me. Oh yeah, going now. I know what to start looking for, and
Yeah.
tomorrow he's going to be cutting down branches for my tree.
Okay. Good. Good. Yeah. You got to start.
We didn't have time to do it today, but for sure tomorrow.
Well, you know the
It's
thing.
too hot. It's not too hot.
It
He's
is.
telling me it's too hot.
Oh my gosh! Come here.
Yeah.
It's 100 degrees today, and as humid as you know, all get out.
I know. Oh,
But
I can't stand
yeah. Well, and it I don't know how many people that are in the chat are even interested in interior design or not, but it's not about how much you spend on an item. It's what you do with all of the items together. And
yeah.
I can take a piece that has cost me like a sofa, you know, $3,000 and put it with a $10 table and have it look fantastic. So,
Mhm.
you know, it's about
Oh,
making
it shows. You could just looking at your home, the way you, oh my gosh, the way
well,
you put things together, that's talent.
I haven't shared my whole home yet with the world yet, though, Kim.
Well,
So,
I
and
want to see it. You
right.
do.
Well, I don't know that I'm going to do that, but we will see. But you know, it again, it's about just making your environment your own. And I don't believe in you know, making your house look like a museum. I think it should be something that says you, and that when you're in it, that it's a place of sanctuary for you. You know, rest and relaxation. And so there should be pieces
And
of you know, mixed in.
it's very welcoming, your home. Most people would have like all your decorations, everything have, I can put it out and it would look like crazy, like a cluster, you know what, but
That's not.
you have it placed. No. I'm saying that you have to teach us how to place things and,
I
you
appreciate
know,
that, Kim, but what I'd really like for my house to say is thanks for coming. Now get out. You
yeah,
know,
right.
stay your
I
5
know
minutes
that.
and go home.
Yeah, Marianne says she is redecorating her bedroom to make it more peaceful, and that's a really good idea. A lot of people tend to think, well, nobody's going to see that room, so and they neglect
Right.
that room. But it's important that that room be peaceful. That's where you're sleeping.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
home your home really is your sanctuary. It's your
You
place where
spend
your body and your mind relax, recuperate, and they grow. You know, they get revitalized for the next day.
you
So,
spend a lot of hours in your bedroom, so might as well make it peaceful.
well, I don't spend a lot in mine, but you go, girl.
Well, you sleep every night, don't you?
Yeah, well, not a lot.
Not a lot of
I
other rooms
don't-
you spend 8 hours in every day.
8 hours? Who do you sleep 8 hours?
I try to.
Do you really?
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Okay, I don't. No.
I'm lucky to get like 4 or 5 hours of solid sleep.
Yeah, well, a lot of nights I don't, but I really try to, especially
Yeah.
if I don't have to work the next day. It's important to get some sleep.
I'm
Yeah,
fully
I know.
recharged on 6, so that makes me into a brand new person. 6 hours. But if another big thing too, like I always say, is about electronics in the bedroom. The only thing I have in mind is a flat screen TV that's hanging on the wall, but there's no cell phones, there's no laptops, there's no tablets. None of that comes into our bedroom. It all stays out of there. So, and
I'm in bed.
They do too.
yeah, and Mary,
My phone puts me to sleep.
yeah, well, that's up to you, but it just I don't believe in distractions, you know what I'm saying, being in there. It should be a place where you're it's calming to you. So, and if you Marianne, pick the best way to decorate for that room is to pick your 3 favorite colors, as I just told Kim. most people's favorite colors are in the families of green, browns, and blues. And that's because it's the color of the earth, our grass and stuff, and the sky and the water. So those are our colors that we always choose something pretty much in those. But whatever are calming colors to you, that's what you need to put in there. And then again, things that are your happy items, and if it's not, photos of people, if it's little statues or collections or whatever, and then that all helps the mind, to get into relaxation. And that's what you need. And if you need any extra help, I will be happy just by photos. Ask Kim. I can walk you through.
Yes.
I can walk you through,
Oh, yeah.
and we can totally do it, and you won't have to spend a fortune. So I love to find things at great, great values. Like I said, yeah, if you have to splurge, we can buy a few, splurge things. But if you don't, we can do it.
I told you today was the first time I've been to Dollar Tree in ages. I never go there. And I couldn't believe all the cute stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for Halloween right now and fall.
Yep. So a lot of great things.
Yeah, I got a bunch.
Yeah, I get a little sticker shock sometimes when I go to other stores, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But again, if it's not going to come from the Dollar Tree and it's coming from somewhere else, I mean, I do shop at other stores besides the dollar store, but
well, yeah,
but I
like
love
those pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
The pumpkins, they had them at my Goodwill, the exact ones for like $2.25. And I left them there, but they had them right at the same ones at the dollar store for $1.
They're at Michael's for $8 or $10, and they come in different colors and stuff. But I'm going to show you what you can do with those little pumpkins. And I will remake what I have on an older video of how to make the candle holders, because it doesn't show real clear, but how to make candle holders out of those pumpkins that you can use year round.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah. So, but anyway, Marianne, you have my email if you want help. Maybe one night we'll just do a decorating chat and everybody can say what their problems are and we'll talk about it, or we'll post a picture and we can all design it or whatever. So, but I am going to make a DIY for this week. I'm going to post it, and it will be something that you can use for fall in your home. It will be on the farmhouse, range. You can also change it if you don't want farmhouse. And then definitely by next week, I will have the one posted that is my, what do I call it? My coastal fall front porch that I'm doing. So, and that will be, just my version of what fall is to me and how I chose to decorate. So, but, I love the sea. I wanted to add something else to it and I couldn't, but it wouldn't match. But it's just what my blue bench is in there that I did, that I saved from the garbage. That is in there. Mm-hmm. So, but I appreciate everybody again being here. I am exhausted from the day. We've been working hard every day, here, but there's no way I was going to miss tonight. We had to be here because I felt that him talking about our mom and bipolar was very, very important. So,
yes,
I appreciate everybody coming.
Thank you.
And thank you, Miss Kim. Thank you, Miss Cindy.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you for joining us, Kim.
I love
Thank you for having me.
In the chat as well. And please, when I put the video up tomorrow, if you will just comment if you're wanting to play Family Feud Late Night Edition. It's supposed to be adult stuff. I don't think it's anything raunchy. It is Family Feud after all. And the box is still sealed. So it isn't like I've even opened it, to know or anything. Yeah. So I will open it on air so that everybody knows I have not touched it. I'll explain the rules up to, what number we're going to play to. We're going to keep score. I mean, we got some competitive girls that are wanting to play. So,
yeah.
So,
it's on. We'll be. Oh, that's gonna be a blast.
Exactly. So we're gonna just like a bunco, group. Yep. We'll do it every single week, and then we'll decide on Thursday we'll take a vote. I'm going to take a vote twice that if we're going to do it on Thursdays or Sunday evenings. Cindy, I know auctions every other Sunday, but so we would do it after that, not to, get into that, but I just don't know if that, some people have already said to me, oh, I'd rather do it on Sundays. So I'm going to leave it up to the majority, what they want to do.
Yeah, and I'm good with any day. So whatever you guys.
And Cindy, what would your vote be? If you voted today, what would it be?
What time of the day are you planning? My auctions usually start at 5 and usually go from like 5 Eastern time, 5 to 9, and sometimes a little later. But any day is fine as long as it's not at the same time, and that's only every other week. But as long as it's not the same time as my Sunday every other week auction,
Right?
Yeah, by me.
I just said that exactly that you've got that. So I want to make sure on that. So, but I'm just going to take a vote, and then if it ends up being on Sunday, yes, we're not going to interfere with that. You know what I'm saying? Well,
yeah. If you want to do a nighttime one though, like a later.
Yeah, when you can have drinks and stuff, because I know
you'll
need
it
a drink.
Later, we can do it Sundays after my auction. We can do it earlier on the Sundays that I don't have one, and then we can do it after my auctions on the Sundays that I do.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. If we're going to do it on Sundays, if not, Thursdays.
The other possibility would be before the MSP auction or after the MSP, because MSP is only 2 hours, so that one usually ends like 10 or 11.
Yeah, by 10 it's over.
Yeah.
So okay, yeah,
it could probably be after anything, because you're not going to be ending this anytime soon.
So yeah,
once you guys get going, once we get going, we'll be on there all night.
No, well, right now we're just talking, really, but so yeah. So I'm gonna let whoever is playing will vote and see. And I don't want it running real late during the week and stuff, because then I really suffer the next day. And that's why nobody has seen me up in a chat at 2 a.m. or anything anymore, because I just can't do it. I can't. I don't have the luxury of being able to sleep in and to just stay at home and I don't have that luxury. So
yeah, same here. I have to still work. So
exactly. So when you've got, people that you have to answer to.
Well, you two figure out what's best for you, because my schedule is completely flexible. I'm good. So whatever you two decide what's best.
Because you only have yours during the daytime, you're saying, Kim.
Well, and I have most.
Yeah, I can't during the day. I'm no good.
Sundays are good for me because I have most Mondays off. Rarely do I work Monday.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, then we'll talk to the group then and see. But I just don't want to, be up doing this 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning stuff anymore, because I just
that's not good for your health either. Yeah.
No. Well, and then what I do is I end up staying up, the entire day, because I get up between 4 and 5. So then I just stay up the entire day until the next night. So then a lot of times I end up being up for 2 days straight. So
yeah, you can't keep doing that to yourself.
Yeah. And then I made, decisions or done things, and then I go, my gosh, when did I do that? It's like, during that time when I didn't sleep for 2 days, that's when I did that. So, but yeah, and I never drive. I always have somebody else driving me, during that time, because I know it is worse than being intoxicated, because your brain does not function as it should. So,
yes, your brain.
Well, yeah, it's the same. You're just like you're intoxicated.
Your body has to have sleep to renew.
All right. So I've learned the hard way, or the right way, I guess, that no, I'm not doing that anymore. So, okay.
No.
Well, I will.
So we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, you'll be on again tomorrow night?
Yeah. Well, let's say bye to everybody, and let's end the broadcast. So good night, everyone. Again, thank you so much for coming. And again, Thursday night, make sure if you want to sign up tomorrow, don't be afraid about the coming on camera thing. It's easy. And once you get involved in the games, I'm telling you, I was just going to do that.
I didn't know you were going to do it, but something just told me to do it.
Isn't that something? Isn't that something?
And it's not something I normally do.
I know, and you've never done that.
Nope.
That's so funny.
And we always throw kisses, and then I thought, no, here, wait, there we go. Do my hearts instead. And
Oh.
Cindy does it. Yay.
Sorry about that.
No, that's great that you did that. So, well, love you girls very much. And thank you for joining us. And again, Kim, thank you so much for being our special guest. We love
Thank
you.
you for having me. And thank you, everybody.
Good night, girls.
Have a good
Guys, I
night.
appreciate it.
We love you.
All right.
And watch for your
Love
video.
you.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night, all. Oops, she hung up.
No, who did? Oh, Kim did.